What's up, guys? It's me, Jacob, your personal rank 1 healer, with you again today, and I will be showing you guys how to deal with one of the hardest rogue mage teams in the game to go against. This is versus Xaryu and Nahj. If you haven't heard of them, they are big streamers, some of the highest rated players in the game. They've been playing with each other for years. You guys always ask me how to deal with rogue mage as the various different healers, so here's at least one video for you guys on the Resto Shaman on hard mode, because I'm playing with a Fury Warrior instead of an Arms Warrior. Even though Revo is a god, the warrior that I'm playing with, it doesn't matter. This is one of the best mage rogues in the game, and I'm just going to show you guys a really good game that we had against them at high rating in 2s, and just how to deal with it as best as I can. Show you guys how to make plays versus it and try to position well, and just have a sense of what's going to happen before it happens. But anyways, these are the talents that I'm running. Unleash Life every game, Echo every game, Earth Grab almost every game. The rest, all this is pretty normal. And then on the PvP talents, we're going to be taking Healing Tide. I can drop that before I get crowd controlled, so that way it'll keep Revo alive if I potentially get CC'd. If I press it before that happens, then I might not have to trinket, or he might not have to use a defensive, or it might just save us from life and death, literally, if I pre-use it on a crowd control. Grounding Totem, definitely insanely good to stop polys or maledicts or something from the mage. And then Ancestral Gift to get that Aura Mastery. You're gonna need this first rogue mage. I think these 3 talents are pretty necessary versus rogue mage in 2s, so yeah, you guys should definitely take these, I think, almost all the time versus this comp. But anyways, I'll just show you guys the game. Okay, so coming into the game, I'm running up the ramp, getting Riptide out. I got Earth Shield on Revo, Mana Shield on myself. I drop a Healing Stream Totem. I randomly tried to root. So on this map, I got lucky with this entangling root. I dropped it at the point that I thought that would most likely one of them might be standing. It's at this T right here. There's a lot of traffic that could come through here, especially if they're coming from there. It could hit them if they're in the middle. It could also hit them if they're coming up the ramp. So I drop it there, get the rogue out of stealth. You can try to do this. I drop my Earth Ellie instantly to just start wrecking stuff, keeping the rogue in combat, doing damage. They pop Combust. I'm just sitting this Polymorph. I can't trinket until they blind me, or if I need to do it to live. Anyways, they disarmed my warrior there. I get the Earth Shield back on him. I drop a Capstun here and hex the mage off of the Capstun. My Earth Ellie's on him, so unfortunately it does break. Here I drop down. This is the position I'm in. I'm very aware I could get CC'd right now at any moment. My warrior's low health, and they have all their interrupts, all their CC ready for me. This is a really tough spot to be in. So I instantly dropped my Healing Tide Totem to start healing in case I got crowd controlled, knowing that I'm about to have to do some shenanigans where my warrior won't get healed while I'm trying to use my utility and bait out their crowd control and stuff. So I dropped my Healing Tide instantly for these reasons. Now I'm going to press Fleshcraft to maybe... I got a heal on him there, actually, with 1 global. I used my Unleash Elements on him, Unleash Heal. And then I Wind Shear his Ring of Fire. Now I'm thinking he's probably going to go for a Polymorph on me, or I'm going to get Step CC'd or something. So I start channeling my Fleshcraft down to maybe get a crowd control. The rogue did step to me there, and so I either could have gotten a stun or a Dragon's Breath or something with it, or their kicks. So any of those are good things to get out of the way there. I got both of their interrupts there, and I have my Healing Tide down ready to go if I get CC'd. So my Healing Tide and my Earth Ellie are out doing their thing. Notice my warrior's health right now is just full because of the Healing Tide was just cranking him while I was doing all of that stuff. Here I'm not trinketing, I'm holding it, because if I trinketed the polys I would have gotten blinded on it instantly, and then we would just lose the game. So I'm sitting on my trinket because I have to. Revo has a Maledict on him. I'm in a blind. I'm instantly going to trinket this blind. I dispel the Maledict absorb on Revo, he duels Revo low health, or duels me while Revo's low HP, so I can't heal him. But thankfully, Spirit Link Totem goes through duel. So I Spirit Link Revo through the duel that the rogue Nahj puts on me. I Earth grab him, so he's stuck there in the duel. He's forced a Cloak of Shadows because he's trying to go get a re-stealth to do a reset and set up on us again once he gets a stealth. So I rooted him to try to stop him from doing that, forced him to cloak there. Here, the mage is casting Poly, trying to fake. I just insta-kick one of the polymorphs to keep Revo on him. It keeps him from blinking, keeps me from getting sheeped. My root totem gets Nahj out of stealth again. You want to be dropping these constantly to mess with the rogue as much as you can. Thankfully, that one was just there from earlier and ended up getting him. And we Stormbolt him instantly. Here, the mage is casting Poly. If it's on me, I'm running to line of sight it because I don't have wind shear available and I don't want to use grounding if I don't have to. So I just line of sighted it. It happened to be on my warrior who got an insane reflect. So now Xaryu is stuck in his own polymorph. The mage cheap shots me, but I'm still in this. I'm coming out of the stun by the time the mage gets out of his poly. So Nahj kind of messed up. Here, I was ready for him to cast poly on me, so I instantly wind sheared the mage. I start to cast the Hex on the mage because he can't CS the Hex while he's wind sheared. So I went for the Hex, but he just line of sighted it. Here I went for a Maledict on the rogue. Xaryu dispelled Nahj from it with his decurse. Here I know Zaryu's trying to Dragon's Breath me into a polymorph, so I root him. He blinks up, starts casting poly on me. I drop a grounding totem, and then I try to line of sight him instantly. So I'm running off the side with my grounding totem to line of sight. We're trying to keep the rogue in combat, so I'm trying to dispel Revo, and then I jump up and kick the polymorph to lock him out so he can't resheep Revo or me, so that we can keep pushing in. Keeping my flame shocks up. Here, the rogue got a re-stealth, so something I'm very aware of what's about to happen. The mage is probably going to try to do a setup that they normally do, which is Dragon's Breath polymorph my warrior, and right when he does that, the rogue is probably going to kidney me or cheap shot me so that the mage can then blink over and switch his polymorph that's on my warrior over to me or Ring of Frost or something. So what I'm doing here is I pre-drop an Earthen Totem knowing that they're about to do this setup on us. I try to drop it in the best place I can, which is if he's right here, he's in it. And then also if the mage tries to blink to me to CC me and Revo follows him, then he's still in the earthen over here as well. So we kick that polymorph. I get a lava burst on Xaryu before I drop down. And I'm doing this on purpose because watch what's about to happen. Just like I said, Dragon's Breath onto Revo. Into a polymorph, the rogue kidneys me. But instead of being up here where the mage can just sheep me and they go Revo, I'm down here out of line of sight, which is insanely good for us. It makes it take longer for Xaryu to get over. He has to use a blink to even get to me to think about crowd controlling me. By this time, Revo has trinketed to stop the polymorph with a Stormbolt. And I kick the next polymorph. I drop my Healing Tide totem because I'm still on DR, or off DR for them to crowd control me. And I know I'm about to have to deal with polymorph from the mage. And all I have left is grounding totem. So I'm about to have to use globals to try to mess with this mage. So I just dropped the Healing Tide totem to help me keep my warrior up a while I'm about to deal with this. So here, I don't have a wind shear. All I have is grounding, and the mage wants to polymorph me. So and he also has counterspell as well. So I'm sitting here casting healing surges and faking, trying to get him to counterspell. Right before he gets me with that poly, I drop a grounding totem. I start to hex him. I know that Xaryu is a good player, which actually helps me to predict what he's going to do. It's actually easier for me to outplay good players a lot of the time because I know they're looking for these plays where he's going to try to fire blast my grounding totem and then CS me while I'm casting this hex. So see, he fire blasts it and I fake the hex cast right when he kills my grounding and he CS's right there. So he was going to kill my grounding and try to CS me right there, thinking that I didn't know he was going to kill my grounding. So I fake his counterspell there, and now I can just hex him. He doesn't have Dragon's Breath. He has no CS. I can just hex him, which is insanely good for us. Now he's stuck in this hex while the rogue is low health down here. He can't CC me or my warrior. So I drop a capstone on him off the hex. I slow the rogue with my slow totem. I'm getting damage on him with lava burst down here. Revo jumps up and fears the mage who is up here to keep a chain of CC on him to keep us offensive. Revo leaps up there. The rogue evasions. Instead of going up here, I notice that the fight's about to be down here because the rogue jumps and my warrior's chasing him. So I can dispel my warrior here. And I can get the lava burst on the rogue here before he can vanish in like 2 seconds and then reset, and they can get another go on us. So I'm always trying to kill this rogue as fast as possible. Even though I'm the healer, you have to be offensive versus rogue mages, especially good ones. Here my flame shock fell and he's at 1 health, so I tried frost shocking him for the kill and he lives at 900 HP. I'm spamming frost shock trying to get it on him again over here, but my warrior ends up killing him. So this game we played insanely well. This is also on hard mode because Revo is playing Fury Warrior instead of Arms Warrior, which is way squishier since it doesn't have defensive stance or parry. It just has like a regen heal that can get maledicted. But notice like all the stuff we have to do to get the kill. They could have reset there again in like a second or two if we didn't kill the rogue there. This is at 2400 plus MMR. I think it's a really good example of how to play into rogue mage, especially as a Resto Shaman. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this, maybe learned something. You see like how well you actually have to play to be able to beat these rogue mages. Of course, this one's a really good one of the best ones, but even at lower MMR, it's super hard to beat rogue mage. And I know a lot of you guys asked me about rogue mage and how to deal with it, so I hope you guys liked this video. Please follow me on Twitch. Come hang out with me while I play these games live. Ask me any questions you want. Definitely come to the stream, twitch.tv/JacobXTV. Please sub to the YouTube. Please like the video. It helps me so much more than you guys probably realize. I hope you guys have a really good day or night wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.